At the bandsaw, I'm cutting strips like this of acrylic. This is crushed turquoise, and I'm cutting this about 2.8 millimeters thick. And then I want to cut these about 14.3 millimeters wide like this. So I'll cut that down. Okay, I've got some sanded one side of copper flashing. It's 38 gauge, 0.1 millimeter. So it's very thin. I bought that on Amazon. This is the length of a pen blank. So these pieces that I cut, and then I had lightly sanded each side. I'm going to glue that down to this. This is just a piece of walnut with some packing tape over it. That will prevent glue from sticking. The packing, CA glue will not stick to the packing tape. So I'm just going to put a little bead of glue on that. Like there. Sandwich that, and then I'm going to clamp that. Now that that's clamped, I'm just going to spray that with some stick fast activator. There. You can see I got a little bit of that shifted on me, but the glue did not stick to that. So that's all right. Now I just got to glue up the rest of these. The longer pieces I cut in half because this is the disc sander that I use. So I need to be able to sand these pieces flush to the acrylic. I'm going to sand from not this way like this. I'm going to sand like this, because if I sand like this, it's going to rip. It's going to pull this off of the acrylic. You'll see what I mean. So cutting these is all manual. You can't do this on a power saw. So I'm just using this little aluminum miter box held in the vise. and I bought this on Amazon. It was like 11 bucks or something. Really inexpensive. This, I'm just using two different ways. I'm cutting here on a 45 one direction like this. So that is one of them. Then I'll move it forward to 90. So as you can see, I've got a head start over here on these, and that's just glued in place. I put a drop of this Gorilla Glue in here in each one of these spots, and then I put one of these in like this with the copper going down. Now what's in here right now is, oops, drop that one. This is Acrylic Abalone, and this is Acrylic Crushed Turquoise. So I've got, what is this, 5 layers all the way around, and then the same thing here, 5 layers. I'm going to do another 5 layers here, and then I'll just finish this all the way up. Nothing complicated. Put in a drop like that on each side. I want all the copper facing the same direction, so everything is facing downward. I'm not using any glue. So I'm just going to go all the way up like that, and then all the way around. Then I'll just do all that off camera, because otherwise it's really boring. All right, we're back. These are all glued up. I'm gonna wait for those to cure. Then I'll drill those out. And then we'll turn down some ebonite. And then these are going to be triple start threads. So when all the basics is done, then we'll come back when we're ready to turn these. Off camera, I rough turn the cap, and you can see what that looks like so far. This is 17 millimeters on this end, down to 16 millimeters. So there's a slight taper. This is the end where the clip will be. Then over here on the body, I'm going from 15 millimeters to 14 millimeters. So I'm stepping it down 1 millimeter from each opposing side. 17 to 16, and then from here I'm going transferring over to 15 and 14. So when the cap is on, there's going to be a 1 millimeter gap distance from the cap and the body. So This is going to be 17 and then 15. And you can see I already stepped that down, so all I have to do is turn that down straight across. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to periodically flood this with thin CA to make sure those gaps are filled, just like I did with this. This unscrews, and then this is where the clip is going to go in. So before I turn this, I flooded this with some mineral oil so that the cap would not stick when I flood this with thin CA, so that I can unscrew it afterwards. I hope that makes sense. So now I will just turn this down from 15 to 14 millimeters. Okay, I'm basically down to a final shape, but I want to fill any pores first. So I'm going to be using some thin CA glue. Lathe is on a slow speed. Then I want to use some accelerator. I'm going to do that a few times. Now I want to I'm going to wet this with some water that I have in a container under my lathe. And I'm just going to wet sand this. Now I'm just going to go through the whole process of getting this down to the final shape, and then I'll wet sand, and then we'll come back. All right, we are back. So after some wet sanding, some buffing, you can see how that looks. Let me pull it in a little bit closer. See that copper in there, looks really good. Here's the cap. And this is a first time for me for a clip. This is a 3-piece brass, copper, and stainless steel Tibetan bracelet that I cut down and made that into a clip. I wanted to try something completely different. Let me know in the comments if you like it or hate it. So, like I said, this is a triple start. So no matter what way you do this, you're always going to end up, and these are going to line up because there are 3 of those rows going up, 3 going down. So that's always going to line up. It's got a great transition from the acrylic abalone to the acrylic turquoise. And I think this ties in nicely with the brass accents and the 2-tone gold and stainless steel Jowo number 6. So I cut out a lot of the process of sanding and all that. So, but you got the whole process if you've watched my videos before. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're so inclined, you can leave a tip. And have a great day. Hey, this is Gabriel Castro. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. You can click on the link right here and subscribe. You can watch a video series right here or the latest video right here.